Hey, it's me, Weird Al Jesus Lebowski, the illegitimate son of Richard Stallman, delivering tech news for you to listen to while you think of people to compare me to in a YouTube comment. Happy hunting. Internet rumors abound after a second Boeing whistleblower has mysteriously died. 45-year-old Joshua Dean was one of many people to come forward in recent years following two 737 MAX 8 crashes that killed a combined 346 people and a recent 737 MAX 9 that suffered a blowout at the beginning of this year. Both things that shake my confidence in the practice of throwing metal tubes full of people through the air. The reportedly healthy Dean suddenly passed away at the end of last month after spending 2 weeks in a hospital fighting a bacterial infection which eventually developed into pneumonia. Just a month before, 62-year-old Josh Mitch Barnett, another whistleblower, was found dead just before he was to resume testimony against Boeing. Nothing suspicious there. Dean was working for Boeing supplier Spirit AeroSystems as a quality auditor when he was fired last year. He alleges that was in retaliation for him raising safety concerns, something that certainly sounds like the job of a quality auditor.
Where's that written down? Prove it.
It's not in the handbook. He wasn't the only whistleblower afraid of backlash from Boeing, however. Sam Salehpour, who as of reporting is still alive, said he feared physical violence during a US congressional hearing last month. Salehpour should maybe stick to single-story buildings for the time being, otherwise he may accidentally throw himself through a window. Those accidental defenestrations, they get you every time.
Some of those windows are so beautiful.
In lighter news, Microsoft allegedly has a new in-house AI that they think can compete with OpenAI's models. Aw, that's so cute that they think that. The model, reportedly referred to internally as MAI-1, is being overseen by Google DeepMind co-founder Mustafa Suleyman and will have around 500 billion parameters. That's about half of what GPT-4 has, to put that in perspective. Should you be excited? Well, apparently no one knows what the model will be used for. But if Microsoft's looking for ideas, there's some interesting use cases that have made headlines recently. An adjunct professor at Stanford teamed up with the CEO of a leadership development firm to write a Wall Street Journal article about using AI to practice tough conversations. An example they used was an associate preparing to fire an employee. Thankfully, spending the weekend role-playing the exchange with ChatGPT saved that associate so much heartache. Thank God. Whew, that's a load off my mind. Millions of teens are apparently using AI chatbots as friends they can talk to without having to face every teen's worst fear: other teens.
Makes sense.
Some adults are using AI to speak with dead relatives and deal with their grief. Man, mental health resources certainly are in a state, aren't they? The US government has announced they want to give someone a lot of money to research digital twin technology for semiconductor manufacturing. For those unaware, a digital twin is basically a one-to-one virtual simulation of a physical system in the real world. America's Department of Commerce is offering $285 million in CHIPS Act funding to try and convince someone else to create an institution dedicated to studying digital twin technology. I mean, why do it yourself when you can pay someone? The hope is that the tech can accelerate semiconductor manufacturing by allowing companies to test processors without actually, making them.
Lazy. Just do it.
You don't got the balls. The tech is currently being used in the automotive industry to test different modes of production without affecting, their current manufacturing output. For example, Mercedes-Benz used NVIDIA's Omniverse Enterprise software to simulate one of its factories just to plan an upgrade for EV manufacturing. Now, the US government seems really passionate about this tech because they said all the buzzwords. The Department of Commerce's press release states that digital twins can exist in the cloud and could leverage emerging technology like artificial intelligence. Okay, this was fully written by a dude in a fleece vest named Chad. There's no way it wasn't. He's wearing Wayfarers.
Factory will be conscious and it will be my friend.
Paperlike, maker of screen protectors designed to help you write and draw on your iPad just like you would on paper, except probably using an Apple Pencil, not like crayons or something. Don't do that! The Paperlike 2.1 is manufactured in Switzerland and uses their exclusive microbead technology called nanodots to emulate the stroke resistance of paper without sacrificing screen clarity. I wish I could take it back in time and show it to Da Vinci or something. It'd blow his mind. Paperlike is so confident in their screen protector, they'll offer a free replacement or refund within 100 days. So go ahead and check out Paperlike at the link below. Please stand for the stating of these quick bits. Oh, right, I do those. YouTube is rolling out a new experimental premium feature called Jump Ahead, which skips ahead to the part of the video the algorithm thinks you're trying to find. Typically, the moment that most other users skip to in the past, like the banger chorus of a hit song, or that one time on the WAN show when Linus mistakenly claimed he used to say the hard R a lot, while Luke's entire life flashed before his eyes live on camera.
The front door of the building has never looked so enticing.
Currently, the Jump Ahead feature is only available on the YouTube Android app and only for select English language videos. So if you're an iPhone user, or if you're watching this but you don't speak English, you'll just have to wait. Lo siento. Authors and audiobook listeners are divided as 40,000 AI-narrated titles have hit Audible thanks to a new beta tool Amazon introduced last year. While writers are grateful for the opportunity to save on professional voiceover fees, Audible subscribers are annoyed that there's no option to filter AI audiobooks out. Human narrators, meanwhile, are feeling pessimistic about their future job security. Personally, I'm worried about the quality of the narration on these self-published titles. Not just anyone can narrate works like Chuck Tingle's Pounded in the Butt by my book, Pounded in the Butt by my own butt. Google is banning ads for apps and websites that generate, distribute, or promote synthetic sexually explicit content, which is fancy lawyer talk for deepfake pornography and nudes. To be fair to Google, this kind of content was already implicitly prohibited as a form of sexually explicit content. Like, come on guys, it doesn't stop being smut just because a robot made it.
It just smells a bit more burnt.
Yeah, and it doesn't make me feel as warm when I hug it. However, Google apparently felt the need to make it explicit due to the sudden rise in ads promoting these deepfake tools, and even some of these services pretending to be innocuous apps in order to sneak onto legitimate app stores. Kind of like shipping a dildo in a package shaped like a frying pan.
There are frying pan shaped dildos. There's a market.
They don't work as well. They're only for pansexuals. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania have developed a new type of memory that can operate at temperatures as high as 600 degrees Celsius for more than 60 hours at less than 15 volts. But just imagining how many Chrome tabs I could leave open is making me sweat. But this memory wouldn't actually be used for RAM. It's non-volatile, so it can store data without constant power. And it's not made of silicon, but rather ferroelectric aluminum scandium nitride. And it's a good thing we discovered silicon first, because putting Valley in front of the other one would be a real mouthful. And the International Space Station is so dirty, it's bred new life. A new NASA study collected samples of drug-resistant bacteria E. buginensis, quote, from various locations within the ISS, and found 13 distinct strains which have never been seen before on Earth. The bacteria has apparently mutated to survive in the extreme environment, becoming even more drug-resistant in the process and helping other microorganisms survive.
Got way stretchier. It can flame on.
It's become fantastic. Perhaps we should make the astronauts clean up after themselves so humanity doesn't get taken out by a space-bred superbug? Might I recommend sending their moms to the ISS to shame them? Look at this room! It's a pigsty! Is this how I raised you?
You call this a space station?
And might I recommend that you come back on Wednesday for more tech news? And clean behind your ears.
What?